yeah, there's this one interesting idea that I definitely stole from like computer science books. They mention it quite a bit when it comes to, I guess, developing programs that's are meant to reach a certain end. But essentially, the decomposition of problems. So essentially, when there's a big problem, of course, breaking it down into little pieces, um, little manageable pieces, and then solving those little manageable pieces until you've essentially made progress into solving that big problem significantly. And then over time, you end up, as you end up solving those smaller problems, you end up solving the whole big problem in general. I think that's very important instead of looking at it from a macro scale, just looking at a big problem and trying to solve it from there. Mainly because I guess in my experience, something that's extremely frustrating, I'm sure a lot of you guys can like relate. Something that's extremely frustrating is you're working on a problem and there is no material progress. Even if you are actually making progress, but there's no material progress since your sight is set at the end goal of solving this big problem, right? Um, I think that also affects motivation pretty significantly too, right? Um, there's this whole, I think, once again, don't remember the term, but even logically it makes sense. But it's some whole like psychological effects where you do not feel any positive emotion if you're not making progress, if you're not moving forward, right? And even if you are moving forward, you have to like actually perceive yourself moving forward. So when people say, "Oh, I don't have fun doing this certain thing," or like, "I don't like this topic," or "I don't like working on this project," sometimes it's really that the problem is just too big, and you either don't know how to attack the problem, and you're just fighting that big thing with no noticeable progress. Then of course you're not going to like it, right? It's like, imagine if you're learning to play soccer for the first time or basketball for the first time, and then you're facing like varsity players, and you know none of the techniques. You don't know what you're trying to achieve. You're trying to learn everything all at once: the rule books, the techniques, how you should transfer your body weight, change your pace, how you shoot, shooting form, all these things. But you're facing people much better than you, um, and you're losing every single time, right? Even if during the game you're learning new things. Oh, they shoot like this. Let me try to shoot more similar to them. At the end of the day, your goal is to win, and you're never winning, right? Now imagine if you changed your approach to, oh, I'm going to learn how to have a good base, good consistency in my shooting form. Okay, now my field goal percentage is going up, or my free throw percentage is going up when I'm open, right? When you're really noticing your progress there, you're more incentivized to continue and also improve in like different areas of that domain, right? I think it's a very similar thing with just problems in general. So a lot of the time, at least for me personally, when I'm like attacking a new problem or a new thing, and like it's extremely demotivating to continue because like it feels like you're making no progress. Are you really making no progress? Or are your focuses just on the wrong thing? Are you expecting to, I guess, make a huge leap of unrealistic progress in the whole thing that you're looking at, rather than, I guess, the little things that make up that thing? It might just sound like I'm rambling right now, but that's just something I wanted to talk about in general.